Good morning, Muncie Park School. We are ready for the morning announcements. You ready, Thomas?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, Muncie Park School. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. My name is Juliana Mancini, and I'm from Mrs. Potente's first grade class.
And my name is Michael Mancini, and I'm from Mrs. DeSico's kindergarten class. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United
States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
We will now hear some important announcements from Mr. Nolan.
Thank you very much, Juliana and Michael. Good morning, Muncie Park School, boys and girls, teachers and staff. Happy Tuesday to you all. We want to give a shout out to those boys and girls that participated in Mr. Nolan's Flipgrid Challenge connected to yesterday's Read Aloud, and they are Zoe L., Everly P., Mayfair R., Madison R., Andrew, Sophia P., Blejan M., Mary P., Julia P., Vera L., Benjamin J., Michael M., Juliana M., and Julian K. Thank you very much for participating in my Flipgrid Challenge. Today is National Coffee Cake Day. What another delicious treat to have in the morning is some coffee cake. So happy National Coffee Cake Day. We have mindful words of the day, and they come from our morning mantra book, and they are as follows. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And that is from Eleanor Roosevelt, Words to Live By. I want to wish you all a great learning day. Don't forget to show your 3 R's, respectful, responsible role models. And don't forget to show your amazing character in your words, your actions, and your attitude. Make it a great one. Let the day begin. And we are going to begin with a story. And today, Mr. Nolan is not going to read from a book. Mr. Nolan's going to do something a little different today, okay? Mr. Nolan is going to share with boys and girls something called a parable. And a parable, boys and girls, is a short story that's used to illustrate a moral or a lesson. So what is my story today? Well, my story, when I was thinking about what to share today, I thought of Mr. Katz, who's one of our 5th grade teachers at Muncie Park. And every year, Mr. Katz tells his students the story of the starfish. And I wanted to tell that story today because it's going to connect to the Flipgrid Challenge. And here is the story of the starfish. Once upon a time, there was an old man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach every morning before he began his work. Early one morning, he was walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the old man noticed a small boy approaching. As the boy walked, he paused every so often as he grew closer. The man could see that he was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and throw it back into the sea. The boy came closer. Still the man called out, "Good morning. May I ask what you're doing?" The young boy paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide had washed them up onto the beach, and they can't return to the sea by themselves," the youth replied. "When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." The old man replied, "But there must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't be able to make much of a difference." The boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." And that is my parable, my story of the day, and I thank Mr. Katz for being the inspiration of this. And the reason I share this, boys and girls, because we are going to do a challenge. The chief of the Manhasset Lakeville Fire Department contacted us recently and said, that they would like to bring cards and posters, small posters, over to the hospitals, both North Shore Manhasset and St. Francis. So I'm asking you to create a card or a poster that thanks healthcare workers and read it on Flipgrid. You can then bring your card to the Manhasset Lakeville Fire Department at 35 Bayview Avenue. When you're on Flipgrid, don't forget to use the code Muncie Park. And let's try and get some nice cards that our firefighters can bring over on behalf of the students, the boys and girls at Muncie Park School, to the hospital to thank the healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, and healthcare workers. Let's make it a great one. Let the day begin.